welcome to the Town of Selma Appearance Commission meeting for October 20th, 2025. It is 6 o'clock. We are in the Jernigan Building, and we are calling our meeting to order. First thing we need to do is approve our agenda for this evening. I will need a motion and a second. Yes. Yes.
Since this is a Wasatch official hearing, here are some additional standards that we're going to use going forward to approve COAs.
Mhm.
Just let's take the road, if there's any feedback or information that you guys would like to share with staff, please do so. This is just additional information that staff might use as a guiding document to help approve COAs. In the event of denial or review, we have some standards to follow. So, for staff, that's all.
Okay. Did you want me to add this as a point item on the agenda?
And I understand
Okay.
for information purposes as staff to determine evidence or how we're proceeding for these COAs.
Perfect. Gotcha. Thank you. Alright. Any modifications to our agenda for this evening? Do we have a motion for approval?
I motion. A second.
A motion by Ms. Rayner and a second by Ms. Smith. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, next on our consent agenda, we have our minutes from the August 18th, 2025 meeting, as well as the September 15th, 2025 meeting. So once you all have a moment to look through those, I will need a motion and a second to approve our consent agenda.
I motion. Second.
We have a motion by Ms. Rayner and a second by Ms. Smith. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, next we have our West Selma Historic District map amendment. Take it away, Taylor.
Okay, so I have comments from the North Carolina Historic Preservation Office. Last time we submitted the report, and before going to council, I thought I'd bring it back to you with some of the comments, just to make sure it's a fine report before we bring it towards them. So some of the comments were, the report needs a clear discussion of why these houses weren't included from the original district boundary and what has changed or new information has been learned about them, and that would justify adding them. For that, I actually went back with Dalton through the meeting minutes of when the historic district was created, and we found that we intended on expanding them, so I included those minutes in the staff report. So that helps with that, because we did not have that previously. But something that I did feel could be discussed is the historical features that have stayed consistent in these houses. It just asks why additional blocks and others have been excluded. We talked about why they should be included, but what about others that weren't, and why? So I included some surrounding houses just for observation. I'm sure you guys have been around them. So what I'm seeking is just guidance regarding the comments, so I can alter the staff report on, like, maybe why not these others, or for future reference.
It has to do with the year that they were built, right?
A lot of those were built pretty long ago, and it also has to do with certain architectural features that we like to maintain and that we consider significant, and that's what I was put into the original staff report on why they should be included. So maybe you see some of those features in other buildings or just other historical things that these buildings may not have, or if they're
Thank you, Taylor and Dalton, for, there's a lot of research that had to be done, so. And very, very well done, so thank you both very much.
When does this report need to be given back or response to comments, and maybe we can allow
so
for response?
this is their comments are non-binding, and we can bring it to council anyways. It's up to council's decision. So their critiques were just on if we want a stronger report to present to council. It was not binding.
Oh, I definitely think that we need to add your additional research from the previous council meeting minutes. And then also, I really appreciate your vision statement that's added at the end of the land use plan.
So if it's by age, wouldn't we continually be adding historic houses?
I guess that's up to you guys on if you want to cap it at a certain like period, or if you want to expand it as it grows.
My recommendation would be for an email to be sent out posing the exact question that he's looking for feedback from, and allow you all time to gather your thoughts and respond to that email with information that he can include in his answer, rather than attempting to answer that kind of on the spot. And if you also please, we can make sure that gets sent out.
Cool. All right, so nothing you need from us today?
No.
Okay, sounds good. Perfect. Thank you, Taylor. All right, next we have a request for a certificate of appropriateness for 112 North Massey Street. Do we have anybody here for 112 North Massey Street? Yeah, fabulous. While you come up to the podium, Megan will swear you in. And do I have a motion to open the quasi judicial hearing for 112 North Massey Street?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Ms. Smith and a second by Ms. Rayner. All those in favor?
Aye.
Do you have a preference between swearing or affirming?
It is.
Okay, I'll just do affirm since you did. Do you affirm the whole, the testimony you're about to give is the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Okay, so before you, we have a request for approval of a certificate of appropriateness for a house to be repainted in the historic district. This is in the West Selma Historic District. It is 112 North Massey Street. The applicant is Tim Wales. The applicant is seeking approval from the Appearance Commission to repaint their house with a repose gray wall color and the doors Sirius gray and the trim extra white. I have provided the physical form of that so you could see the most accurate color. I've also provided the house in the staff report. I asked the commission to motion to accept all testimony and evidence into the record, motion to approve or deny, and then a motion to authorize the presiding officer to sign the final order. Staff finds this consistent with the historic district, and I also ask that my staff report and supporting documents be entered into evidence as testimony.
Those additional findings of fact, those are standards.
Mhm.
In the future, be included in your staff report as an additional cheat sheet.
The repair is being made to the home, for the siding. It's like for like materials. Mm-hmm.
It is a similar material. It's gonna be probably, you will be able to tell once it's painted, it's different.
And are you, replacing all the siding of
No.
the home, just certain pieces
Just
of it?
repairs, just repair, not replacement.
Is it vinyl siding?
Yep.
Wood,
What's hard for?
hardy board?
My name
Sorry,
is Tim
that's my fault.
Wales. My physical home address is 639 Thunder Road, 4 Oaks, North Carolina, 27524.
Thank you, Mr. Wales. Any questions for Mr. Wales or for Taylor? There are no other questions for Mr. Wales. Do I have a motion to close the quasi judicial hearing for 112 North Massey Street?
I motion. Second.
Motion by Ms. Rayner and a second by Ms. Gaskell. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, and then I need a motion to accept the testimonies as presented.
I motion.
Tie. Give that one to Ms. Smith.
A second.
And a second by Ms. Gaskell. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good. All right, so we will go through, as part of our discussion, our findings of facts. So the first one is the property and proposed work subject to historic preservation standards? It's pretty much a yes or a no. I believe a yes. Yes. Is the proposed change consistent or inconsistent with the congruency of the district's special character? I would say it's congruent. Yes. Are the materials proposed compatible with the historic materials in type, texture, color, and durability? I would say yes. And then finally, is the decision based on competent material and substantial evidence presented during the hearing? I see.
Yes.
All right. Any other further discussion about the COA? Do I have a motion to approve the COA for 112 North Massey Street?
I motion. I'll second.
Motion by Ms. Rayner and a second by Ms. Smith. All those in favor?
Aye.
And then may I have a motion to grant me the authority to sign the paperwork once it is completed?
I motion.
A second.
A motion by Ms. Rayner and a second by Ms. Seiler. All those in favor?
Aye.
Cool. Next up, we have Reed's vinyl update. Thank you, sir. You're good.
For you are the final images from the service. You guys have
Looks awesome. Do we have any other business items to discuss this evening? We do not have a need for a closed session, so do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion. I'll second.
A motion by Ms. Rayner and a second by Ms. Smith. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.